Recently, one of the producers of the Netflix Witcher show, Tomek something or other, I can't pronounce it, has come out with some additional comments about the plans for The Witcher going forward and his thoughts on the Witcher books as a whole. Now, for reference, this is the same man who said that they would be using the multiverse to lore accurately, that's a lie, explain the recast from Henry Cavill to Liam Hemsworth. That's an objective lie, because the multiverse in the Witcher universe, as Anna can probably attest to, and Mustang as well, is not a many worlds multiverse like it is in superhero content. It's
exactly.
not alternate. Yeah, it's not parallel dimensions where it's different timelines. It's not different timelines like you'd see in The Flash, for example, or anything Marvel at this point, Doctor Strange. It's completely different realities. That one reality is like where monsters come from. One's the homeworld of the Ain and Dune elves. There's the homeworld of the unicorns, where Tyr is built, and the Ain El and the Wild Hunt live. But there's no way you can use the multiverse to explain the recast.
But he also said something that really pissed me off about the Witcher series was never about Geralt.
That's where I was getting. That's what I was building up to. Yes, recently that producer said Geralt isn't the main character. Ciri is. And there's been a lot of debate online about this. I tweeted about it, and I had my comments full of people attacking me over it and claiming to know a lot more about the books than me, which there are absolutely people who know more about the books than I do, but their evidence was not very good. My response was, I missed that when I saw the title, The Witcher, and everyone was saying Ciri is The Witcher referenced in the title. I had tons of people telling me that. So yeah, Ciri is not a Witcher, let alone the Witcher. Yes, she was trained by Witchers. Yes, at some points, people inaccurately in the books call her the Witcheress, and she likes to think of herself as a Witcheress. That is what she's called, is a Witcheress. So if the series were titled after Ciri, it would be called the Witcheress. But she's not even a Witcher, let alone the Witcher. And then, of course, the arguments changed, and these people were like, oh, but the book series isn't always called The Witcher. Well, then I provided a bunch of different copies of the books that said, yes, The Witcher is on The Last Wish, for example. I showed 3 different covers that said The Last Wish, The Witcher, The Last Wish. And it was just this ascending well of people who were just saying, nah, Ciri's the main character. And I think beyond the title character aspect, beyond the show being named after Geralt, Ciri isn't in 2.5 of the books. She's not in The Last Wish. She's not in Season of Storms. And she's not in most of Sword of Destiny. 3 out of the 8 books, Ciri's not even in, or 2.5 out of 3 books. And then some people were saying, even people who played the video game should know that Ciri's the main character. Again, she wasn't in 2.5 of the video games. It's insane. So I just wanted to clear the air with that, as well as the other news. No, Ciri is not the Witcher. She's not even a Witcher. And she's not the main character. There's an argument to be made about her being the main character of Tower of the Swallows, and especially Lady of the Lake, but 1, maybe 2 books with an argument do not make a series protagonist. They make an individual protagonist. But Mustang, Anna, and Devil, what are your thoughts on all this?
Well, one thing I wanted to... you got to be careful, because you said they can't explain away Geralt's change through the multiverse. You underestimate them. don't challenge them. They will find a way, some diluted way, that somehow he went there and got a makeover to the
Yeah, well, in the video games, the Cyberpunk game is canon. Ciri talks about going to Cyberpunk 2077, so maybe Geralt accidentally there and gets facial reconstructive surgery.
Oh man, he's gonna come back with the mantis blades, and we're all gonna be
gonna wreck people.
No, but there is a point in actually Witcher 3 where she does talk to Geralt when he finds her finally, and she does talk about going into the future, and she's in Cyberpunk basically. And they inserted that. That was kind of cool, but also Cyberpunk failed so miserably on release. So
it expands the multiverse, and I really like that.
Yeah, that was cool. For me, I think it's just sad. It's a sad spectacle where you're, invested into something that you want to relate to this character as Geralt, and now they're like trying to hijack his whole arc and turn it into something because of some agenda or something else, and we can see through it, and it doesn't work. Just does not work. You could have done it you could have given Henry a brilliant out. Like a brilliant, like last episode, like just like highlight all of his, he's a strong dude. He's really good at like sword fighting and doing all his own stunts. Like, do that. Like, why do you need to completely shut him down and then make it all about Ciri and then like double down later on social media? It's just bizarre, embarrassing, and weird.
Yeah,
I
They are going to use the unicorn to do some kind of magical Ahsoka spell and go through a wormhole and come back and do it that way. Mark my words, it'll be done through a unicorn because they're magical. And as far as Ciri being the main character, have you read the fucking books? You want to argue with it? I'm not playing nice games here. Ciri has a great arc in the story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Geralt has a great arc throughout the story. Yennefer, Triss, they all have arcs. But the main character is the Witcher.
Yep.
And if you don't understand that, try playing the games, try reading the books, try understanding that your main character would be that person through the entire series. That is who it's about.
No way.
People really need to get the hell out of Hollywood's vagina and read a few books, maybe go back to school and get your GED and understand basic storytelling.
Oh, this is going to piss you off, Mustang. So 2 dudes were like replying to each other, digging the hole for themselves on Twitter, and they both had insane arguments. So one of the guys is like, when I said, hey, it's called The Witcher, it's about The Witcher. She's like, no, that's Ciri. It's about Ciri. Then I proved it's not Ciri. It's like, well, it doesn't actually matter because the title The Witcher for the series is a marketing one and not an artistic.
First of all, Jan,
autistic is pretty accurate.
Can you actually verify that one of them was a dude? Because I saw the argument.
I didn't verify. I'm just using dude.
Okay.
But yeah, and that's all he would say is it's not supposed to be The Witcher. And then his friend carried off of that and said, yeah, it never sat right with me that people would just slap The Witcher on Andre's books. It's like, it's called.
Did you read Andre's book? Did you read Andre's title? Andre's titles?
It's called The Witcher. And so, yeah, he said because it's a marketing decision, it doesn't matter. So initially it was, no, it matters because it's about Ciri. Then I proved it wasn't about Ciri. And he's like, marketing. It's marketing, not artistic. Every
marketing
title
to the Starship's hotel should be great. Marketing didn't understand it'd be closed in 18 months.
But every single title ever created has taken marketing into account. So by that logic, no title matters, and you can just make up whatever narrative you want from a title. It's nonsense, utter and complete nonsense.
And one of those titles was the name of the first episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which
The Witcher.
was great marketing. Like, what was it again? Dead Rachel, was it you got lose something and you get punched in the face or something?
Everybody has a play until you get punched in the face.
Yeah, that's great marketing right there.
Yeah, incredible marketing. But throughout all this, what are your thoughts on this, Rachel?
Oh god.
Yeah, she's been seeing me fight with these dudes on Twitter for the last 2 days. It's been fun.
I've actually seen them commenting on a few other things, like the tweet that was shared out earlier about I think it was about the title. I don't know, we were looking at that earlier, and I saw them commenting about that too, with pretty much the same arguments. Like, the whole thing of marketing versus artistic design, why do they have to be separate in the first place? Why can't an artistically designed name also be good for marketing? Like, I really do not understand that argument whatsoever. And no, Ciri is not a Witcher. She is certainly not the Witcher, but they just can't wrap their heads around it. And I think it was Lady G made this point that I really agree with, that people weren't upset with the whole, like, Geralt is the Witcher until after Henry said he's leaving. And then it sounded like Ciri is the Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, everyone was on board with, like, yeah, Henry is Geralt. Geralt is the Witcher. That makes total sense. But as soon as Henry announces he's leaving, suddenly it's, no, the big, strong woman, Ciri, is the Witcher. It's like,
Right.
wow. You should have said that from the beginning. Maybe you'd hold a little bit more water with that
Mhm.
argument.
Hey, yo, are you feeling what I'm doing up in here? Oh, I know you are. Do you miss all the good, compelling stories that we used to get back in Hollywood that they ain't putting down no more? I know you missing it. So check out my book series, Odyssey of a Phoenix, a mythological epic about philosophy, morality, and modern day mental illness issues, baby. Book 1, Down in Flames. Book 2, Apocalypse Then. These are currently on sale. What are you waiting for? Get your hands on them. And we got Book 3, Kill the Dark, is coming down the pipeline. Just wait for all the good stuff that's dropping. You ain't gonna be disappointed, fam.